Hello, good morning students. Myself is Kanti sir, teaching mathematics in 10th English medium. I welcome at our mathematics online class. As I instructed yesterday, you remember regarding worksheet. Okay, so now you should have your worksheet in printed form. Okay, not soft copy but hard copy should be there. Now one question is left in exercise 2.3, question number 5, but now for time being we keep this question and instead of that we start our worksheet, particularly objective one. Okay, so we will do that one sum later on. Now just open your worksheet and now lesson number 2. Okay, then we go to lesson number 1 objectives. Okay, so worksheet lesson number 2. Okay, which is continue now. Now look there, some questions are simple. In number 1, the zero of linear polynomial of 3x plus 2, obviously you just write down 3x plus 2 equal to 0, so x equal to minus 2 by 3. This simple it is. Okay. In second one, product of the zeros of quadratic polynomial. Product means alpha beta, c by a. Okay, so c by a you can find it. Just likewise in number 3 also sum is asked of cubic polynomial. So its formula is minus b by a. Okay, just write down both formula. I am not giving you answer. Number 4, if 3 is one of the zeros of polynomial, then k means something is unknown there. So yes, if 0 is given, you just write in place of x. In place of x, write down 3 and equalize to 0. So you will have k after solution of equation. Again, if 0 is given means value of x is given. 0 is given means value of x given. And you can write equal to 0. Just nothing to do, find out k. Okay, just solve equation. Number 5. Again, sum of zeros and the product of zeros of the polynomial are equal. So now that sum I am writing here. Sum of 0 and product of zeros are equal. So they are telling that alpha plus beta equal to alpha beta. Okay, sum and product both are equal. And equation given we will write later on. So this is minus b by a and is equal to c by a. Now a cancel. Okay, this way in opposite side numerator or denominator can be cancelled. So what is left? Minus b equal to c. Now look at equation. I am not writing here. B is nothing but a k minus 7 and c equal to k plus 1. Okay, x square plus k minus 7x plus k plus 1. Okay, equation is given like this. X square plus k minus 7x plus k plus 1. So that is c and that is b. Okay, now just solve this equation. Minus k plus 7. Okay, bracket open, k plus 1. Now I set this k here only. This k remains same only. That go to right side. Now 7 was here only. 1 came from right side. So 6 equal to 2k. So 3 equal to k. Okay, so remember, just understand question. Nothing is difficult. What is the condition given? That sum and product of zeros are given equal. So means we conclude that minus b equal to c. So accordingly we just place value what is given in the equation. Okay. Now number 6. Sum and product are given. So that is k formula. X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Okay. Just write down that formula. Okay. So x square minus 4x plus 4 will be answer. Answer is not important, method is important. Okay. So I mostly not giving answer. So in 6, just write down this formula. This was for 5. Question number 5. In 6.1, x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Okay. That is the formula of polynomial P of x. Number 7, same type of questions, 6 and 7, both are of same type. Number 8, the quadratic polynomial with zeros 5 and 3, here sum and product not given, 0 itself are given. So you just write down, first of all find out 5 and 3, so 5 plus 3, 8, and alpha beta, 5 3 is 50, okay, then use this one here, okay. So in this sense 6, 7, 8 all are equal. Why? Here instead of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, they have written alpha and beta individually. So just first of all find sum and product, then use same formula. Okay. Number 9, that is important. Now in number 9, you may find something is different, but just simplify what is asked. It is given that to find out 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta plus 1 upon gamma. Okay. Now I give you that old formula which we have been using since this lesson start. Alpha plus beta minus b by a. Alpha beta c upon a. Alpha plus beta plus gamma minus b upon a. Alpha beta gamma minus d upon a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c upon a. Okay, these are for cubic and this both for quadratic. Okay, they will frequently used. Okay, so now just simplify. Take LCM alpha beta gamma. Alpha beta gamma is LCM. So now here is alpha only, so beta and gamma are missing. So write multiply numerator by beta. Process of taking LCM. This is nothing but a process of taking LCM. So here alpha gamma and here alpha beta. Now look that. Write down both ones. So here is minus d upon a. This is c upon a and this is minus d upon a. This a and denominator cancel. So whatever left, minus c upon d. Okay. Now in equation, values are not given. Equation in this, just like this, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d means in standard form. So that is our answer only, because value of c and d are not given. Otherwise we can place value of c and d. Okay. So that in standard form only, that is the answer. Okay. So whenever in fraction form you come across this type of sum, at that time just simplify it, means take LCM. After taking LCM, any one can be applicable. Okay. Now same question repeat in 10 number also. In 10 number there is given somewhat different. 1 alpha beta plus 1 beta gamma plus 1 gamma alpha. Okay. This is R-like symbol is of gamma. Okay. You may aware of this same symbols used in science also. Radioactivity, alpha particle, beta particle and gamma electromagnetic waves. Okay. So just like that, alpha, beta and gamma, three symbols are used here. Now again take LCM. So LCM is alpha, beta, gamma only. So now what is missing here? Gamma. Here what is missing? Alpha. Here beta. So look there. This is alpha plus beta plus gamma. This one. So write down minus d upon a. This is alpha beta gamma. So it is minus d upon a. So both a cancel. So whatever left, b upon d, minus minus becomes plus. So again here also standard form is given. So no value of b and d are given. B is b only and d is b only. Okay. So just simplification step is important here, and use directly that formula. You should remember all of this. Okay. So all these 5 equation or 5 relation you should remember. Now same type of question given in 12 also. In 12 there is given just like this, only 2, 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. So take LCM, alpha beta, and here beta plus alpha. Now look at first and second. First and second, minus d upon a and C upon A. So that is nothing but a minus B upon C. Okay, this minus may be a numerator, denominator or in between. It all three are equal. Okay, that is not important. Whether B is minus, C is minus, or in between minus sign is there. Okay. So these all three sums are of equal type. Taking LCM, then use any one which is applicable. Now we skip 11, but that is simple. Just factorize and find out zeros. Number 13. For the cubic polynomial, the sum of the product of zeros taken two at a time. Sum of the product of zeros taken, it means that its meaning of statement is this only. Product of any two at a time, and that take first of all product and then sum of all product. So that is nothing but a this. Okay. So write down in 13 C upon A plus value of C and A both. Okay. So understand, don't confuse by words. In 13 number question, this formula is applicable, and write down value of C and A. So that will be your answer. 14. If the zeros of a quadratic polynomial are reciprocal. So again, remember this one. If of quadratic only, zeros are reciprocal. Reciprocal means inverse of each other. Suppose 2 and 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 3, 2 by 3 and 3 by 2. They are inverse, reciprocal. So reciprocal product is always 1. So in that case, alpha beta equal to 1. Means alpha beta means C upon A equal to 1. Therefore, C equal to A. So whenever you come across this word for quadratic polynomial, that roots or zeros are reciprocal of each other, at that time you conclude this one. Sometimes you come across opposite word. Opposite means 2 and minus 2, 3 and minus 3, 5 by 2 and minus 5 by 2. They are opposite of each other. Okay. So at that time, alpha plus beta equal to 0. Alpha plus beta equal to 0. Here is alpha into beta equal to 1. Reciprocal product is always 1. And opposite sum is always 0. That is the definition of reciprocal and opposite. So minus B upon A equal to 0. We cannot say about A, but B will be 0. Why? A go there. So minus B equal to 0 means B equal to 0. Okay. So remember this relation. Whenever reciprocal, meaning this. Whenever opposite, B is always 0. So now you can see here in number 14. Then put C equal to A. I written directly. Okay. C equal to A. So what is given here as a C? 3m minus 1. 3m minus 9. Sorry. A is given 6, B 13, and whatever left, that is constant term, means value of C. And what is given A? 6. Okay. Question number 14. Why I have written C upon A? C equal to A? Because they have given zeros are reciprocal. Okay. So C equal to A, I have written both value. So 3m equal to 15. So m equal to 15 upon 3, 5. Okay, remember. Okay, all this which is written here, that is very important. Okay, so remember or write down. Otherwise, take screenshot and then write. Okay, but this is important for objective ones. Now, number 15. So zeros of polynomial x square plus 99x x square plus 99x plus 127 are not to find value, but say its nature. Nature means whether both are positive, both are negative, one positive and one negative, one anyway equal. So here just alpha plus beta equal to minus by, and alpha beta equal to Cy. We don't want alpha and beta itself, don't want value. Okay, just see here. Here beta is 99. and sorry, B is 99 and A is 1. So it is 90 minus 99. But that is negative. Okay, value is not important. From sign only we will conclude something. Now right away, C upon A means 127 upon 1 equal to 127, but that is positive. Now consider both statement at a time. Sum of two numbers is negative and product is positive. Sum of two numbers negative and product is positive. When is it possible? If both are negative. If both are negative, then only this possible. Sum is negative and product is positive. Okay, so answer become both are negative. Don't solve whole equation. Okay, it may be difficult. Okay, factorize not possible. So just find out sum is positive or negative, product is positive or negative. From this conclude that both should be negative. Alpha and beta both should be negative. Then only sum becomes negative and product minus minus plus. So product becomes positive. Okay, so answer is B. Question number 15. I have not written here equation. Okay, now 16 is simple. Look at 17. Given that one of the zeros of the cubic polynomial is 0, what is the product of other two zeros? Any one is 0. There are total 3 0 cubic polynomial. So alpha equal to 0 given, and they are asking beta into gamma. Anyone, you can take beta equal to 0, then alpha gamma is asked. Okay. So now this is the given. Okay, question number 19. Sorry, 17. Question number 17. Alpha is equal to 0, beta gamma equal to question mark. And this previous one was 15. 16 we skip. Now, they are asking about this. So you can use this formula. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to C upon A. Now if alpha is 0, then this is obviously 0. And this one is also 0. Because 0 into anything 0, 0 into anything 0. What is it? Whatever left, beta gamma equal to C by A. So beta gamma is nothing but a C by A. So that is our answer. Value of C is C only, A is A only. Means standard form is 0. Okay. So that is our answer. If they instead they given value, then we can place. Okay, but not given. So remember, what is the meaning and what is applicable? Here it is given any one is 0 and remaining two's product is asked. So if any one 0 is 0, any one 0 is 0 means you know. Any one value of x is 0, then remaining two's product is asked. Okay, so obviously this and this becomes 0, so this one only C upon 18 is simple again, product is asked. 19. Can x square minus 1 be the quotient? Number 19. They are asking that x square minus 1 may be quotient if, what is given there? Quotient on division x raised to 6 plus 2x cube plus x minus 1 by a polynomial in x of degree 5. So we are dividing by x raised to 5. They are asking can quotient be x square minus 1 if this polynomial is divided by this. Not possible. Why? Because remember division. Here x should be there, not x square. So x square not possible. Okay. So quotient polynomial must be linear, not quadratic. Again, quotient polynomial must be linear. Why? Here is x raised to 5. We want x raised to 6. So our starting becomes, our first term starts from x only, not from x square, never possible. Okay. So this is not true, never possible. Okay, 19. So give your answer in no. 20 is simple only, that is give relation. Okay. Now true false. 21. If the graph of polynomial intersect the x-axis at only one point, it cannot be a quadratic polynomial. Because it's starting I told you कि any polynomial having maximum number of 0 equal to its degree, maximum numbers of 0 equal to its degree. So quadratic polynomial having either two zeros, otherwise 1 0, otherwise no 0. Okay, so means its graph either intersect at 2 point x-axis, its graph of quadratic polynomial intersect to x-axis either at 2 points, otherwise at 1 point, otherwise not intersect. So three possibilities are there. Not always intersect in 2 points. Okay. So graph of quadratic polynomial either not intersect, otherwise intersect at 1 point, otherwise intersect at 2 points. Okay. So now they are telling if it intersects at 1 point only, it cannot be quadratic polynomial. So it is false. Why? It can be quadratic polynomial. So we cannot derive. Okay. So it is false. 23. 2 is one of the zeros of the polynomial. So write down in place of x2. Write down value of x2 and find out value. If polynomial's value becomes 0, then 2 is a 0 polynomial. Okay. So just write down given value at the place of x and look your final answer is 0 or not. If it is 0, then given value is a 0 polynomial. Okay. So in same sense, 23, 24 are equal. Just write down given value at place of x and find out value of polynomial. If value of polynomial becomes 0, then statement is true. Not 0, false. Number 25. This is again repeating. Again in this one also, 25 also, write down in place of x 3. In place of x, write down 3. Okay. And you will have k. And find out k. Okay. Equalize to 0. Whenever you place any 0 in place of x, at that time write down right side equal to 0, means make equation and find out or not. Okay, so just simplify or solve that equation, so you will find it. Okay, so I just given you hint and few sums are solved. Okay, but if you understand, that are not difficult. Okay, and don't expect answer directly from teacher or from anyone. You just go to understand and then only get answer. Just taking answer is not important at all. Okay, understanding the question is main. Okay, now look at question number 1. Sorry, lesson number 1. Lesson number 1. First one, lesson number 1, question number 1. So one fraction is given in p by q form. It may be terminating or not, or terminate then after how many digits? After how many digits it terminates? Okay, so you just factorize that 1250. So 1250 will be 5 raised to 4 into 2. 5 5 are 25, 25 into 25, 625, 2. What is the maximum degree? 4. Whether it is at 5 or on 2, that is not important. Maximum degree is 4. So it terminates after 4 digits. Okay, again, any terminating decimal expansion terminates after how many digits? Equal to maximum degree. Whether it is here or here, that is not important. Okay, so answer comes 4. Second, we already solved. Again, I tell you x cube y given in x square y cube given. This is A and B. HCF of AB is asked. So HCF means what? Common base with minimum degree. So that is our answer. Common base with minimum. Here is 3 2, so minimum 2. 1 3, so minimum 1. Okay, so HCF becomes x square y. Number 3. The product of two consecutive positive integer is always divisible by. Take some example. Two consecutive product. 1 2 are 2, 2 3 are 6, 3 4 are 12, 4 5 are 12. Okay, by taking example only you can understand. Okay, so now all are divisible by 2, means all are even number. So product of any two consecutive integer is always even, means divisible by 2. Okay, same way, if there are three number, four number, then suppose four number are there or three number is there. 3 2 are 6. Then 2, 3, 4, 24. Then 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 60. So all are divisible by 6. They are divisible by 2. Okay, so same way for 4 number, for 5 number, if they ask, then take some example and give your answer. Okay, by first only you can give answer. From first line only you can give answer. Okay, 4 and 5 are simple. Finding HCF and LCM, you know how to find. Number 6. If the square of any positive integer a is divisible by 6, then remainder cannot be. Here also, you just take example, few example, 4, 5, 3, okay. Until you get confirm answer, you just take example. Square of any integer, so suppose 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, okay, I have written 5 example. If needed, I will write more, okay. So if they are divided by 6, this square of any integer is being divided by 6. So here 1 itself is remainder, that is remainder. 4 itself is remainder. Now 6 1s are 6, 3 remainder. 6 2s are 12, 4 remainder. 6 4s are 24, 1 remainder. Now look there. If you can give answer, then give. Otherwise, take some more example. Okay. Now what they are telling? Remainder cannot be. Remainder cannot be. So 1 is there. 3 is there. 4 also there, but 5 not there. Okay. 5 never be remainder if you divide any perfect square by 6. Okay. So by taking example only, you can give answer of this type of question. Okay. Number next. According to Euclid division lemma, positive integer a and 5, if a equal to 5 cube plus r, then r is not positive. That is again simple. Because remainder is always less than divisor. Divisor is 5. So remainder is always less than 5, but never 6. Never 6. Okay. So instead of 6 will be answer. Number 8. Just divide. No method. Just divide each and every number by 95. No method is there. Okay. Number 9. Which one is odd? So just look that. If 2 is not common, then it is odd. So look at number third option. Option C. 4m plus 1, 4m plus 3. So option C is answer. Why? Because both are odd. 2 is not, cannot be taken common. 2 cannot be taken common. Okay. So in 9 C answer. Number 10. LCM of smallest prime number and smallest composite number. You can find it. Smallest prime is 2. Smallest composite is 4. So LCM of 2 and 4 you might know. Okay. Next. So 2 positive integer a and b, HCF 7, LCM 3 at 5. You know one formula. HCF into LCM is equal to product of both numbers. HCF into LCM is equal to product of both numbers. So that is the formula. HCF into LCM equal to product of both number, means A into B. Product of both. So here just multiply both of them. That will be our answer. Number 12. Prime factorization of 98. You can do it. Number 13. From the given factor tree, the value of x and y. There is a factor tree given, but very simple. X is not given. It is given 5 and 100. Then given 7 and y. Okay. Yes. 100 and 2. Side 2 is given. Okay. Maybe 2. Actually not visible. So I am not writing here whether it is 2 and 100 or not. But look. If here is 102, there must be 200. Very simple. If 103, then x must be 300. Okay. Now look here also. Suppose it is 109, then or 106, whatever may be. Then 7 into what? 106. Okay, so that way only you can give answer. Okay, now in my print it is not visible, so I cannot give final answer. But only this reverse way you can find it. And here also 7 into what? 106. or 1 0, whatever may be. Okay, so that way only you can find answer of x and y by factorization trick. Number 14, which one is not irrational number? So their correction at D. I am talking about number 14, question number 14, lesson number 1. So root 6, root 5, root 4 and 3. Irrational. Irrational. Which one is not irrational? Which is rational? Which one is rational? This one. Actually here is a mistake. It might be root 3. So this and this are irrational. Which one is not irrational? Root 4. Okay. So C option is answer. Okay. Make correction here. Just apply here square root sign. Now 15. 15. Actually you should have value of this one. These are approximate value of root 2 and root 3 I am giving to you. You just remember 1.41 and 1.73. Which one in between? So you just check one by one and look whether its decimal value is in between this or not. Okay. Just remember this formula. Write down now anywhere. Okay. 16 is simple. Just find out HCF and equalize to 65m minus 117. Okay, they have given HCF is 65m minus 117. We have to find HCF here also. Compare and find out m. Okay, so separately find HCF and compare that HCF with given. Then you will have m. Next. Largest number which divides 70 and 125 leaving remainder. This type of question we already solved. Just largest number which divides 70 and 125 means HCF is asked. Largest what is there? In highest HCF highest what is there? So same way this way only you can understand. So HCF is asked. But remainder is there. So first of all subtract remainder. 70 minus 5 65 and 125 minus 8 117. So find HCF of 65 and 117. Okay, why? Remainder is given. So remainder first of all subtracted, then only you have to find. Okay, 18 is just like first one. What is the maximum degree? 113. So it terminates after 113 digit. Okay. Now remaining objective and remaining lessons objective we will solve in next lecture. Okay, thank you.